hello there, and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow together. Well, today is Wednesday, and so I'm here outside on the deck, and we are going to talk about fall planting, even though it is in the 90s here and hot all around the country. Already we are starting to talk about fall gardening and getting ourselves ready, at least thinking about what do we want to do for the next season that's coming up so that we can extend our harvest. It is a good thing to do, to think about, because as people are starting to talk about um, food insecurity and about food prices and so forth, it is such a luxury, a good thing to be able to go into one's garden and pick and select one's vegetables and produce. And that actually is the food that provides us the most energy and nutrients. And so it is a good thing to want to extend your garden and its growing with healthy foods that can strengthen you and boost your immune system. So let's come and have a conversation and chat here at Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow together. Yeah, let's talk about your fall gardening, and let's also talk about what you have in the ground right now. I was watching, I think his name is Hugh Richards, and he is a gardener in the UK. He has a plot of land, and he's planted all kinds of different vegetables and crops. And he said that he was listening to another YouTube gardener who said, don't stop growing, don't stop planting, but use up every single space that you have to plant and to so that you will have food and more than enough to spare into the fall and winter season. And I think he is so right. Because, hi Sonia. Hello, Miss Catherine. Good to see you today. Good to see you too. Monica, hi Catherine. I'm here. How are you? Good to see you also. I'm doing fine. It is warm, but right here on the deck, there is a cool breeze, and I'm in the shade. So it's a warm, cool breeze, and it's pleasant. It is pleasant. Hey, Deborah, how are you? Good evening. Yes, I hope that you can hear me well because there's someone blowing something or doing something, and it is distracting to me, but hopefully it won't distract you. Hi, Nana, Freshola, Fashola, Chloe. Chloe, how are you? Hi, everyone. I'm going to listen while driving. Hello, Chloe. Nice to have you. Yes, Nana, nice to have you. And Deborah, Monica, you got it. Thank you. You're welcome, Fasola. Nice to have you, Nana. My grandchildren call me Nana too, so it's a sweet name. Chloe, how are you? How's your garden growing? How are things going for you? So good that you can pop on and listen. Yes, and so today I am going to continue the topic, Monica, yes, and everyone, on our fall planting and thinking about the future and thinking ahead. And as you know, as always, I show you my journal, and I was thinking about it. Oh my goodness, I need to open up my journal. Yes, my intentional garden journal for 2022, and start to fill out the section that speaks of fall. And if you have your journal, I'm encouraging you to open it up. That's right, open it up. Start writing in it and planning. As you see, I got that far. Now I have another page full of notes here. But later on, I'm going to go through and really think through my fall garden. So if you have a journal, if you're keeping a journal, I need to open my journal. Yes, open it up and start to write in it. Start to fill it out. And the page that you want to look at is this page, the autumn garden, rearranging my garden. What areas do I want to change in the garden? What do I want to add for the fall garden, especially for the vegetable garden? And in the journal that I offer you spaces. So what do you want to put in for your kitchen garden? What plants do you want to plant there? And for, of course, you can put your flower garden here. And let us start to think about, well, what do we want to do and see for the fall? And we know that people have been talking about food shortages and different things happening and we don't want to be caught off guard. If anything, we'd be able to go into our garden and pull up a carrot or pull up some radish or lettuce or kale, make ourselves a nice green salad so that we are able to eat well during that time. You can even, I know people have planted like onions, the stalks of the onions, the leaves of the onions. It's not leaves, what is it called? But anyway, to add the different herbs and so forth that you can put, that can also add flavor to your foods for the fall, for your stews and your soups and things. But even right now too, we can start to harvest. Deborah says, I've been using my journal. I brought fall seeds, chives and kale. All right, good for you, Deborah. Well, I started some broccoli. Hopefully I'll get some. Yes, and so what really also stirred my curiosity and made me think about this topic and think that, well, maybe we need to start thinking about seeds if we don't have any seeds, to get seeds. In my AOL account, well, I have AOL, but anyway, let me see. I pulled up in my on my laptop. Not my laptop. My what is this called? On my computer here. It says how to plant a fall vegetable garden. This is the iPad. Thank you. You gotta excuse me. I am kind of a little tired. But anyway, look at this. The spearmint and a little twist of lemon. It is so refreshing. It is so refreshing. Yeah. My iPad. Thank you so much. So much, Sonia. You know how much I needed help. Actually, I took a nap. I just woke up I had a nap. I went to lay down. So let me lay down for a little bit because I was out and about and everything. And I was up very, very early. Good morning, Beverly. Good evening, Miss Catherine and gardening friends. Good evening. How are you? Did I see a birthday cake? Is it your birthday? Beverly, is today your birthday or something like that? Did I see that right? My thing is so small. It looks like a birthday cake. Is it your birthday today, Beverly? If it's so, happy birthday. Thank you for sharing that information with us. We're so happy to know. So, have you tried lemongrass in your water? I heard it was refreshing. No, I haven't had lemongrass in my water. I've heard of lemongrass, but no, I haven't. I didn't put that in my water. But yeah, this is the time to definitely stay hydrated. So if I sound a little bit sleepy, it's because I was thinking about you all. I actually looked up some stuff, and then I said, let me take a nap because I'm a little bit, no, not my birthday, ha ha ha. But anyway, happy birthday anyway. Every day is a good day. Every day we rise and shine and we birth a new day. So everyone, happy birthday to everybody. You're alive here and on the land of the living, as the church people would say. I'm happy to be alive and on the land of the living. And so, yeah, we birthed this day, a new day, a day that we can enjoy. All right. So, so I was looking at this, how to plant a fall vegetable garden. And it's this fall planting guide, the why, when, and what to plant. That's what this article is about. And it's from the Almanac today. And actually, it was written, uh, it's, it's for us today, Wednesday, July 20th. So it's hot off the press. And it says to plant a vegetable garden to extend the growing season and your harvest. See our fall planting guide on the benefits of a fall garden, when to plant fall garden, and the must grow autumn crops. And so we are winding down and we're heading into late summer. And you might think that the garden is winding down, but we know that now more than ever this year that we need to amp up our gardens and make sure that we continue to plant, to add, to drop those seeds, to plant those veggies. But it is different than how we plant in the spring because the ground is warm and also the sun, the heat. It's 90 degrees here. I think we're hitting 90 here in the New England area, but I know across the world that many people are hitting 100 degrees plus, and so it's hard for seeds to sprout and for seedlings to grow under such conditions. So many times it's like the reverse. In the spring, sometimes we have to start the sowing indoors. Well, if you have a cool location indoors that you can sow your seed there, that and start your seedlings, that might be a good thing to do. And then I was thinking, like me, who I have all these trees and so forth, that planting seed under in the shady areas. 99 degrees in Apple Valley today. Oh my, Sonia. Hello, Catherine, and everyone in the chat. Hi, Thelma. How are you? How are you? How are you? Yeah. That I was thinking, actually, if you have a shady area, that might be a good place to actually plant or drop some seeds there because they would be sheltered. Your seedlings will be in the warm soil, but then it might not get all of the part shady place. You will not get all of the heat. Hello, Rambo. How are you? Hello, Yankee sister. Garden. Rambo says greetings, Monica. That's what I have done. Started some fall seedlings indoors. All right, Monica. Yes, all in the chat. Hello, Rambo. Yes, that is very good, Monica. Yeah, to start it indoors so that you can have the seedlings, especially for the brassicas and those vegetables that bolt. Now, like for example, radish, I would not recommend planting radish now in the heat, but be prepared by having the seeds. And Deborah, who said that she already gathered some seeds, that is a really smart thing to do, to start thinking about your seeds. And seeds may be on sale too with the different companies. Now, you may not be able to get seeds in the store, but actually it was at Ocean Job Lot, one of the discount stores here in the New England area, and they had some burpee seeds left back that one could. Hi, G Mama, how are you, honey? Hello, everyone. Yes, so good to see you all. that you could possibly purchase the seeds from your discount stores. So they may be on sale right now. So now might be a good time to start thinking about that. But you know that a lot of other people are also thinking about um, that now, because we have company now. A lot of people are growing because of the situation. People feel the need to start and grow a garden. But it's there, and some of the stores may be wanting to get rid of their other seeds. Hey, Huga Homestead, how are you? Hi from Huga Homestead, how are you? So good to have you join us. You all are on today. That's good. That's good. So why plant a fall garden is the question. And the person says, I love fall gardening because of the less pests, less watering and weeding, and more pleasant weather conditions. So that is something to think about. The fall garden is almost like our springtime. You know, the weather's cooler, the temperatures are more agreeable, there are less pests, and hopefully you'll get into some rain. You know, they start to get a little rainy season in the fall. Hi, Sonia and G Mama Grows. Yes. So in warmer regions, many crops grow just as well in the fall as the spring, especially like spinach. You can grow spinach, Swiss chard, broccoli, and kale. And in colder climates, many of these same vegetables are frost tolerant. Many crops taste better after a frost and that's what they say about carrots and beets and so forth, that they actually taste better after a frost. So when to plant a fall garden? Timing, they say, is everything. So plan what to plant in your fall garden. They say to look at your growing time. It depends on what you want to plant. So like our root vegetables, they can handle a frost, a light frost. But some vegetables you're going to need to really consider when you're planting them, and the fall planting dates. And it says we've calculate your frost dates and then back out the vegetable maturity dates found on your seed packet. Some time for harvesting and other fall factors. All right, so really think about when, and then put them put them in the ground. And then here's some suggestions that you can have for planting some vegetables. Now, when I was looking at my AOL, I was starting to tell you about that. I looked at my AOL account. I was looking at my email, and I have with Baker Creek. Uh, where is it? Let's come up. And they sent me an email which I hit on because it was talking about this very same topic. Where is it? Oh, and it looked so attractive. Look, this is what I'm talking about. Do you see that? Oops. Come on, work with me, work with me. Oh, there must be an easier way. Here we go. All right, do you see that? It says the fall garden. The fall gardening season is upon us. And this is from Baker Creek. And look at those beans. And Deborah, last week we talked about the beans, the purple beans. You were talking about the purple beans. These are dragon tongue beans. And they suggested that they would be good for planting, for fall gardening. Hello, sifting some soil. How are you? Good. I'm glad you joined us here. I know, right? What do you know, right? Anyway, extend your harvesting fall crops. and it gave some really nice tips. This is actually what uh, helped me to think about this topic a little bit more deeply. This article or email that I received from them, sifting some soil. What did you all say? Let me back up and see what you all said. Okay, Yankee Sister says, I have started brassicas inside and saving seeds. Excellent. Excellent. Hit the thumbs up, everybody. Yeah. Oh, so you all spent the first part just greeting one another. That's nice. You know, I really like this gardening community. You guys are good and friendly and responsive. Oh, G-Mo says those dragon tongue beans didn't do well for me. Zone 6A. It could have been a bad batch though. Oh, okay. I've never tried it before, G-Mama. Soon as summer veggies start, we go right into fall. That's good, Thelma. Yeah, that's good. That's very good. But anyway, that's what they offered. So I was thinking of that. Deborah, you remember when we were talking about purple beans? Purple beans. So I said, well, let me check and see if they have any other beans. But they recommend this dragon tongue bean. And it says extend your harvest with fall crops. It may not feel like it in many parts of the country, but long hot days of midsummer are ideal for planning and planting your gardens for fall. Fall gardening can have extra advantages, including lowering pest pressure, cooling temperatures, and shorter days provide ideal conditions for many kinds of plants. Nothing beats the delicious flavors of fall-grown veggies. So as you harvest your spring and summer crops, replace them with an array of colorful and hearty fall favorites. To make it your fall dinner plate, your cool weather loving seedlings must survive the heat of high summer, so you'll need to take extra care to protect them. Deborah says, hello everyone, I'm kind of out of it. Our church lost a beautiful young lady to domestic abuse. Oh, so sorry to hear that, Deborah. Oh, well, just listen with us. We're sending you a whole lot of love, a whole lot of love. And talking about flowers, oh, look at the flowers. We're so sorry to hear that. You know, even in the midst of everything. That's why it's so important to have your garden and to have a gardening community. My garden is keeping me sane. Yes, I did get a lot of the royal purple beans. I ate them so fast I forgot to save seeds. Oh, oh, sorry to hear that, you mama. Well, Deborah, look at this beautiful bouquet. Yes, this is to cheer you up. And you know what? I selected some really beautiful flowers in my garden that I didn't think I would cut. Yes, and this is my hydrangea. My hydrangea um, limelight? No, it's the quickfire. This little quickfire hydrangea. I actually cut it. And I said, I know that I should just leave it on the bush. But then I said, no, you all are so special to me. I'm going to cut at least 2 sprigs of it so that you all can enjoy this beautiful bouquet. And then my zinnias just came up. Its beauty reminds me of her. Oh, beautiful selection. God's beauty. Gardening is great. Therapy, Deborah. Feel better soon. That is so pretty, yes. And so my zinnias, remember how we've been talking about zinnias? Yes, my zinnias have been coming up, and these are from my last year. Vintage Gardener, how are you, Brooke? Dry the hydrangea, yeah. The zinnias are from last year's seeds that I planted. Remember my Dollar Tree seeds in the box of zinnias? And then I saved the seeds, threw them out in the garden. And these are the seeds that I saved, the colors. Isn't that beautiful? And then finally, Casablanca lily. My Casablanca lilies are finished. And this is the last one, the one that was on the very top. I said I'm going to cut it and provide it here for the bouquet. Isn't that pretty? Yeah. And then, of course, the bee balm. And then I have these other yellow flowers. So this bouquet is, and it's amazing. I hope you all are making bouquets for yourselves too. It's so pretty. I'm really enjoying it. So this was for you all, thinking about you all, my beautiful, beautiful gardeners. And yes, gardening is our therapy. So continue to surround yourself. That's bee balm. Yeah, that's bee balm. Continue to surround yourself with beautiful flowers and things, and allow the garden to be a healing for you. Healing, healing. Brooke, your garden must be looking beautiful because I just watched your last video and I can see everything growing in your May. Where's your June and your July videos? I'm waiting for July. I'm waiting to see what is happening to the garden. Yes, and what a big tree. Oh my goodness. And you dug that ditch and you're getting solar. Yes, I watched it on the television, so that's why I didn't comment, but I've been keeping up with you. For some reason you show up on my subscription, maybe because I just subscribed to you. But I've been catching your videos, and I'm waiting to see June and July. Yes, I'm waiting to see June and July. I know it's hot, but I'm waiting to see your beautiful garden. Yeah, so continue to harvest your flowers and harvest your vegetables. Um, so I am behind a month or so in video. You sure are. I'm waiting. I'm saying with all of this and everything's growing so well. I said, what happened? She needs to speed things up. I'm waiting to see your beautiful blooms. Sifting soil and more. Don't hurt the harvest. How are you? How are you, sifting soil? And don't hurt the harvest. What else am I saying to you? Tips for fall planting success. Water your plants more deeply. So Baker Creek has a number of seeds that are available, and it just so happens that Baker Creek is a zone 6B. So we're at zone 6. So they're growing seeds. They say here at Baker Creek, our garden crew is already busy planting for fall. Here are some of our fall favorites. Note that in some warmer zones, many of these varieties can be grown throughout the winter. And so they have dragon tongue, which I showed you. They have golden beet. Golden beet. Where's the picture? No picture? Oh, here it is. Golden beet. Did anyone grow golden beet? Golden beet? I did grow beets. I'm growing beets right now, and I actually ate one of my beets. Did you see it in my community tab? I showed you my veggies from my garden. I showed you the veggies from my garden in the vegetable tab, and I had pulled up one of the beets. Boy, was it delicious. You know, I remember my mom wanting us to eat beets, and I didn't want to eat beets because it tasted blah. But I actually cut the beets, and ate it, and it was sweet. It was so sweet. that I didn't even, I decided not to cook it or roast it or do anything to it, but I ate it raw, the beet. It was about this size, the size of a, I would say a tennis ball, or maybe even a little smaller, a little bigger than a golf ball. And it was so delicious. But growing beets are good also for this time. And now they've suggested a golden beet, and it's 55 days. It's a bestseller. This variety dates back to 1820s. Sweet beets are a rich golden yellow, and they won't bleed like red beets. Well, my red beet bled. You know, I had to be very careful not to stain anything. But it was so, so delicious. And it says the greens are also very tasty. And because Deborah, I remember, Deborah, you encouraged us to grow beets. Remember last in the spring we were talking about, we just took pics of my hibiscus today. Casablanca's has not opened up yet. Wow, yours are delayed. Your Casablancas. I have the Madonna Oriental Lily. I had gotten it about, I would say, about 25 years ago or so. I had left one of my schools that I was at, and the teachers bought me a bag of bulbs, lily bulbs, when I first started growing plants and so forth. They knew I was interested in gardening. And one of my teacher friends, she bought me this bag, I think of 25 bulbs. And it was the Madonna. And I couldn't remember, you know, because the names, I couldn't remember the name of it, and I kept thinking it was Montana lily, and I couldn't figure it out. And then finally, I saw this YouTuber who had the same lily, which is similar to the Casablanca, but it's called the Madonna lily. And so now the Madonna lilies are opening up. They open usually around this time, the end of July, the beginning of August. And they can grow really big and beautiful. I had dug up the space where I used to usually planted them. I planted them right in the center of the garden there, where I now have my David Austin rose, which is now reflowering. I'm getting a second display of flowers from my Olivia Rose Austin. Beverly, Olivia is opening up again. She's reblooming. It's so nice. And it's amazing that with all of the other roses, you know a David Austin rose when you see it, because it has such a gentleness. It's like a different pink from all of the other pinks. It's like a nice, soft, gentle pink. Something, you know, like one of these, something like this. It's just a beautiful pink, and it's just really, really beautiful. We're all over the place. Are you so tell me, what are you all planning on planting or growing? How many of you are going to plant beets for the fall? Or are you just starting to think about your fall garden? I know we've kind of moved throughout a lot of different topics here, but yes, fall gardening is so important. The other vegetables that they mention are they mention, I'm waiting for it to come up. Okay, here we are. Chinese red meat radish. Oh, looking at pictures, I discovered my cornflowers are called sombrero. Oh, the coneflowers are called sombrero. It took a while to figure out what I was growing. Yes, that was. I was looking at pictures. I discovered my coneflowers are called sombrero. It took a while to figure out what I was growing. Okay. Yeah, sometimes you just have to, you know, the names will come, and then write them down, put them in a spot so that when you want to recall what it is, that you'd have to go look it up again. A vintage gardener, that's what happens to me. says, I'm going to start broccoli, carrots, kale, Brussels sprouts. Yes, yes. And those are the, Brooke, those are the vegetables that we started in the spring, the early spring. We call gardening. Um, and those are actually good. So it's almost like the back end. Yankee says golden beets, carrots, bok choy. That's what Thelma's going to be growing for her fall garden. Anyone else going to be fall gardening? This is a picture of the Chinese red meat radish. And you can get that at Baker Creek too. And that's 60 to 70 days. I have a new plum radish to try. Oh, good, good, good. Now, how do you all cook your radishes? Do you roast them? Do you slice them up? Do you ferment them? What do you do with your radish? How best to cook radish and eat radish? Let me know. Give me a recipe for radish. Sorry about that. The heat started to hit me. Whew, all of a sudden. I don't feel a breeze. Come on, what happened to the breeze? There was no breeze. It was very breezy and nice, and then it stopped. And then all of a sudden I just felt the heat. What? Turnip greens and turnips and beets. Sifting some soil and more, says Yankee. Radish I only eat raw in salads. Okay, so you eat radish raw. Yeah, some people roast their radish, or saute them in their food. Love turnip greens. Okay. And with the turnip greens, how do you all cook your turnip greens? Monica says kale, pak choy, cabbage, arugula, spinach, um, tatsoi, lettuce, etc. Wow, Monica, you're on the go. G Mama says, I've never eaten them before. I got the seeds as a gift, so it'll be my first time trying. Oh, good, 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 G Mama. It is always good to try something new, something different, and to add it to your garden. But we know the seriousness of the times, that growing food is highly important. It's important to grow food now. And I just, it's kind of concerning the way that things are going in the world. So it is good to be prepared and to have the food in the ground, so that if say there is a food shortage in your area, you can supplement it with your garden vegetables. And that's what I'm doing anyway. In the summertime, I went shopping, a little food shopping today at Costco, and then I ended up buying minimal amounts of food. I only had to get some like meats and some what else did I get? And other things that I needed for the home. But instead of really picking up, I got a few vegetables, like we've got some mangoes and some lemon. But as far as going into the cooler to get the greens and so forth, I didn't have to do that, because I can go right into my kitchen garden and get my vegetables fresh and in season. So you know how they have the peppers and the different things out there. I didn't have to get them. And my peppers, I had actually harvested one of the peppers, and my daughter came into the kitchen and she says, Mom, this pepper's from the garden? Yes. And she washed it off and she bit into it. I was so shocked. She says, Mom, this pepper tastes sweet and delicious. And she was ready for it. It had a great crunch, because when she bit into it, I could hear the crunch. It was amazing. And I said, wow, my daughter is getting into vegetables with me. I was very satisfied with that. And then they say that the vitamin C that's in the vegetables, and all of the richness of it. And I have been harvesting cucumbers now are up, and I love the little pickling cucumbers. Eating them raw is so good. I still have rutabaga and Brussels sprouts in the garden. Harvested some rutabaga roasted in olive oil, garlic, and herbs. So good, says Yankee sister. Yes. How many of you grow onions and garlic? I have never. I've tried to grow some onions and some garlic bulbs, but I really haven't gotten it together yet. How best to do it? But I would think that. Sounds delicious. Yes, Sonia. Doesn't it sound delicious? What Yankee sister described there. Yeah. So, how many of you using your produce, and what are you doing with your produce? How are you harvesting them? Are you eating them? Are you going from garden to table? And how are you incorporating your foods in your meals? I grow onions and garlic. You do. Growing vegetables. Growing on Vancouver Island. How are you growing on Vancouver Island? How are you doing? How do you grow? What do you do with your onions and garlic? Oh, Miss Catherine, growing garlic is worth it. It is? It is? All right. Who said, Beverly? Beverly, Beverly, I believe that you're a cook. What do you do with your onions and your garlic, huh? I put garlic and the onions in the ground, but then I forgot about them and I never harvested them. Oh, Brooke. Well, did they go to seed? Did they go to seed? Sonia says, hello, growing on Vancouver Island. How are you? British Columbia, Vancouver, British Columbia, right? In Canada? Yes. And what is your first name, if you don't mind, Vancouver? If you don't mind sharing your first name so that we can call you by your first name. Oh, Miss growing garlic is worth it, says Beverly. Beverly, what do you do with your onions and garlic? I'm coming over for dinner. Beverly, I'm coming over for dinner. Are you a good cook? Are you a great cook? I need some cooking lessons, Beverly. I grow both harvest garlic already. I have used some in my cooking. Yes, you too, Thelma. I'm coming by. I love winter squash. Brooke says, I love winter squash. I roast it and then puree it. I use it in place of tomato sauce. That is a great idea. Yes, the winter squash and use it in place. Yeah. Growing on Vancouver Island says, I eat my green lettuce, kale, and green onions in salads. I just use the garlic bulbs and shapes in cooking. Okay. Gardens of Me. I pre-ordered my garlic from Johnny Seeds for September. I use them in stir fry and to season my meats. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Growing on Vancouver Island. Her name is Lisa. How are you, sweetie? Thank you for coming and joining us here. Your bouquet is beautiful. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, it's from my garden. We here at Catherine's Garden and Home, LW's Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow, 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 grow together. Yes, that's my little jingle. That I've decided that for every Wednesday that we come and gather together, that I will create a bouquet, a floral arrangement for you all. And this is my gift to you all for coming and joining me here. We had decided that we were going to start a cut flower garden because most of you all who have joined me in the spring You all have told me that you're used to growing vegetables, but you wanted to grow flowers too. And I myself wanted to grow a cut flower garden so that I could start to enjoy the flowers and bring them in, or just look at them and just enjoy them. And so here we go. Um, what did you say, Lisa? Hood, thank you. I love live chats. Not that many garden channels have live chats. Oh, you do? You love live chats. Oh, that's great. Well, glad to have you. We're here every Lisa growing on Vancouver Island. Lisa, that's Thelma. Thelma's happy to have you with us. Well, we're here every Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and at least I try. I've been very good about it, right, Sonia? I've been good about coming every Wednesday. Yankee sister, I ordered about that many gardens. Beverly, you ordered. You took out that catalog. Oh, everyone hide the catalog from Beverly. What did it say? A Yankee sister said, I have 40 plus garlic bulbs curing in the garage. Ooh. And wait. I have to back up. So Lisa said, growing on Vancouver Island, your bouquet is beautiful, and I was talking about that. And then Beverly said, come on over. Of course, I'm a great cook. Come on over. Woo! Yes, I'm coming to dinner, Beverly. I'm coming to dinner. We're going to walk the garden, and then you're going to sit me down and treat me to a great meal. That's what it is. uh, oh, Lordy. Um, what? Yankee says, I have 40 plus garlic bulbs curing in the garage. Thelma, that's great. Lisa growing on Vancouver Island. Um, so, Beverly, you ordered about 40 bulbs? Woo! Yes, you're very faithful. Thank you, Sonia, honey. Yes, I won't tell you what happened to most of my pollinator plants. I know the gophers or groundhogs, one of them, but that's okay. You're overcoming that. Beverly, hello, growing in Vancouver. Growing in Lisa says, oh, a seed catalog that could be dangerous. Well, you're in great company, Lisa. Hi, Gardens of Me. I want to check um, out your channel, but don't want to lead the live chat. I will use some of my garlic to replant for next year. That is really smart. I'm glad you mentioned that, Thelma, that you were going to use some of your garlic for next year, that you will start to save seeds. And that is the other thing that we need to start to be aware of and wary of, is saving seed. Because right now it appears that all is well, that we might be able to get seeds and so forth. But you've got to remember that a lot of the places in which we can get seeds and plants and food and so forth, that they're being ravaged by war, by famine, by fire, by drought, by all of that. And so we in America, and in the Northeast, we are very highly favored, but we are still part of a global economy. And a lot of our foods and things are coming from other places. That's what I'll do to my garlic, save some to replant. That's good, Beverly. That's good. So we do want to be aware of it, that we save seed and start to gather seed, and even buy and purchase seed and put away. Have a seed stash. And I saved a lot of the seeds. You remember in the spring how I had bought 100 packages of the Dollar Tree seeds, the $4 packages. And I still save some Anyway, exactly, Miss Catherine. Yes, Beverly. So we want to be wise, and we want to make sure that we are planning ahead as we are enjoying the moment. And that's why having the flowers, the cut garden, and so forth is so important too, because it helps us to enjoy the moment. Um, Thelma says elephant garlic did the best for me. Well, that's good. Well, see, Thelma, you had successes in the garden, even though there were some failures. There's some situations that happened. Still, in the long run, you've had so many blessings. You know that song that says, "My good times outweigh the bad times." Yes, I can still say that God's been good to me. God's been good to me. This is song that your good times outweigh the bad times. I have too many seeds from last year that I don't need to buy any this year. Yeah, so see, you're already stocked and ready to go. I am surely blessed. Yes, you are, Thelma. We all are blessed here. All of us that are here on this channel, that we have the skill and the ability to grow food. That is such a wonderful thing. There are many people trying to catch up, and they're realizing the importance of growing food, growing your own food, and gathering food. Yes, I love when you post your early morning garden videos. Oh, thank you, Monica. Yes, thank you. Yes, we know that I won't complain. Yes, I won't complain. Yes, that we have the attitude of gratitude because, yes, Miss Arika, I won't complain. Woo, we gonna have some church tonight. Oh, yes, God's been good to me. Oh, yes, He has. I won't complain. Yes, and so when we see the beauty that's all around us, and that God has given us wisdom so that we can gather our food together, gather those seeds, use the knowledge, the skills, the things that we have to be able to grow food. I mean, and the blessings of being able to see it come to harvest so that we can harvest our food and then cook it and enjoy it with one another. See, look how generous Beverly is. She's got more than enough so that she can invite me over to dinner. Or did I invite myself? So she can cook me a great meal from her vegetable garden. Oh, Lordy. That, thank you. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. Yeah, so, um, what oh, we're winding down here. We're winding down. But are there any questions? Any more people? Um, Let me see. Did I mention all of the different types of veggies that you can? Okay, let me go through. Yankee sister. Let me go through my notes so that I don't come on over. Yes, yeah, we're coming to your house, Bev. We're gonna have to figure this out. We're coming to your house so that you could cook us a good harvest meal. Mm-hmm. So, it's this fall guide. So the topic today has been all around, but basically it's talking about getting ready and prepared for the fall, for fall gardening, and to keep it in the back of our minds, to start planning and thinking about what do we want to see our gardens to look like in the fall? What do we see or envision our gardens to be like for the fall? And so fall gardening season is upon us. And it's time to check out those catalogs, look at your inventory, restock with seeds and different things that you will need to possibly start to seed some seedlings to put out in the garden. So, doing your prep, being prepared for that, and then also checking out your frost day. And we know that here, well, at least in my zone 6, the first frost tends to fall about in September, late September into October, excuse me, when it starts to really get cold. So I want to see things that can either handle a slight frost, or that I can plant, have that has a growing of 60 days or 70 days, that I can still enjoy and get some form of harvest, right? And so those are the things to consider. And then, so pulling out your catalogs, visiting the different catalogs like the Burpee Seed websites, the Baker's Creek. I have started corn, cucumbers, peas all over again because they were damaged. Wish me luck that there will be enough time to harvest them. Yeah, and we never know with this climate change and so forth. It seems too that our winters are much warmer than before. Before it used to start to snow in December. In late November, you could get a snowstorm, and lately, for the last couple of years, the snow really hasn't been coming that quickly. The first snowstorm, or the cold temperatures, so that we've been able to extend the growing season out to October and maybe even early November for some of the cold plants. So like our brassicas, the carrots, the root plants like carrots and radishes and beets, turnips, those root vegetables, that they can stay in the ground and will last a little longer. You'll be able to enjoy them. And then also there is the opportunity to take extra precaution when the first frost comes, by getting a row cover, covering them, protecting them. If you have a greenhouse, you can bring them into the greenhouse during that time to help to extend your growing season, or if you have a cold frame, or even thinking about building out a cold frame or a place where you can protect your greens and so forth. Thelma did that during the winter on her back porch. She had created a space there where she could grow lettuce and right, Thelma? You did that for the spring into the from the winter into the spring. And remember, we're talking about winter sowing as well, that is something that we want to also keep in the back of our minds, that we want to gather the seeds so that we can do our bottle winter sowing. So check out your catalogs. I think that's one of the things that I wanted to bring to your attention. Not that Beverly needs to check out her catalogs, or Thelma. Some of you who love those seeds and buying those checking out your catalogs, like Lisa said. But also consider that. That's another thing. So the midsummer ideal for planting and planning it gives you extra advantages of lower pest pressure, cooling temperatures, Beverly, cooling temperatures, shorter days, and delicious flavor. I was watching Roots and Refuge with Jess, and she was talking about how she loves to do her fall gardening or fall planting, and how she likes her her vegetables, her carrots and so forth, tend to taste sweeter from the cold because of the sugars in the roots become more concentrated. So they say that the vegetables actually taste more sweeter, more delicious. So that's something to look forward to. Replace summer crops. So this is how you're going to do it. As you remove your summer crops, when your tomatoes and your other peppers and your cucumbers, different things that you planted, the summer veggies, as soon as they are finished, you want to replace them with these seedlings that you've started and you put them in that place and continue to plant and to grow, plant food. So it's called succession planting. Succession planting. So it's almost like a schedule. You know who's really good with that? Charles Dowding. He's very good with succession planting. And I recommend his videos for vegetable planting and for growing vegetables and different crops. And he will give you some really great tips on doing that. The no dig guy, yeah, no dig method. If you type in on YouTube no dig method, his videos will come up, and he loves to tell you about planting beets and beetroots and kale and cabbage and all of the different lettuce and so forth. I think he is a really good resource on vegetable planting. I've learned a lot from him, planting vegetables and gardening. Where are you all? Are you all there, or are you just listening to me? So, so I must be able to survive the heat of summer. Remember that. So protect them, protect your plants by finding a shady spot for them, by covering them. I'm succession planting with my green beans for canning. Yes, and also preserving. Very good. That is something that you might want to consider as well. So tips for planting success: must be able to survive whatever you're planting, must be able to survive the heat of the summer. And one way that you can help that is by protecting the plants and putting them in a shady spot or covering them. Watering deeply, so your young seedlings are going to need that extra dose of water. Hey, Miss Erica, thank you. I'm glad you all are still there. Sow flats indoors, then carefully transplant outside. And then mulch generously. Mulching is huge to conserve the water. So some more of the veggies that are possible to plant are beans, veggie dragon tongue beans, golden beets, small squash varieties, yes, carrots, radish, basil, parsley, cilantro, and those are some of the crops. Now your microclimates, yeah, know your microclimates in your yard. Excellent. That is very good. Yes, like the places in your yard where it's much more cooler, and you get sun, but it's partial sun and partial shade that things can grow under. That might be a good place to put your cold weather, your fall gardening crops. Like for example, like cabbage. I seeded cabbage, and I put it, instead of putting it in the sunny spot, I put it in a more shady part of the garden. The only problem is that the slugs started eating them up, but I sprayed them, and hopefully they will return back and catch themselves. But they're in a location where they are protected so that they can grow through. So when I have some tomatoes growing there too, so that when the tomatoes and those plants are finished, my cabbages will be able to continue. So you can plant bush beans, leafy lettuces. Okay, so here's some suggestions of seeds that you might want to gather for growing these fall crops. All right, bush beans. Check out their growth. I think they're like 60 days or so. So you might have time to grow bush beans. And I'm actually going to be putting in a second crop of bush beans, because my bush beans, I've been enjoying them. They're so delicious. And so I'm going to be succession planting some more bush beans. Leafy lettuce. Lettuce also grows well. Radish, carrots, beets, turnips, your root veggies that we spoke of. Snap peas and snow peas. Spinach, if you like spinach, that's a great time to grow spinach. Swiss chard, broccoli, all of the brassicas, cabbage, kale and Asian greens. You can grow those foods for the fall. So that is it as far as fall gardening and checking out your different catalogs and things and checking out the sales too, because now there are some discounts too on the seeds. Um, I don't know if Lowe's or the big box stores, Home Depot, would still have out any seeds, but maybe some of the discount stores may have seeds on sale. So that's something to consider, to check out and to store. But also saving your own seeds. That's the best thing. When you are yeah, they grow so fast. Growing a lot of beans in my green stock vertical planters. Yes, and make sure that you save your seeds so that you will have them for now, but also for next year to start to save seeds too. And I remember, I think was it last week or the week before, I saved my mustard green seeds. Recommendation of Deborah. Deborah said to me, save your seeds, save your seeds. And I'm so glad that I listened to you, Deborah, because now I have those mustard green seeds straight from my garden that I can later on sow them and have greens to eat in the fall, those beautiful mustard greens. And they were so delicious. My microgreen seeds that I gotten from the Dollar Tree, I just sowed them out in the ground. Not as mustard greens, but just sowed them out just to eat as small greens, salad, mixed salad, and really enjoyed them in the spring. And I see now some of them, I pulled them up, but some of them reseeded, and so I've been able to actually eat some of those mustard greens, and it's so delicious. Save seeds. Thelma said, save seeds are seeds that have adapted to your weather conditions. Yeah, that is so true. Thelma, thank you for talking to me. Where are the rest of you all? So share with me. Tell me what you think about. What are you thinking about? Do you have any questions? Anybody have any questions? Who's still with me? Sonia, where are you? Where is everybody? Monica, G Mama Grows, you all are just listening to me. Lisa, come on, come on, come on. Beverly, Monica. Yes, anyway, we're about to end soon because our time is winding down. Even though I still have a lot of, I think I still have a lot of time. Where did they go? Sonia, I'm still here. I'm starting some perennials. Oh, you guys are listening and working. Hey, Brooke. I'm going to start singing to you guys. You know, grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's garden and home. You're driving. Okay, Arika. Okay, that's right. Grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's garden and home. Uh-huh. Grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's garden and home. Deborah, you still there? Grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's garden and home. Uh-huh. Sonia, we're growing. Thelma, we're growing. Erica, we're growing. Brooke, we're growing. Elisa, we're growing. G Mama, we're growing. Deborah, we're growing. Oh, Beverly, we're growing. Grow, 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 grow together. Come on, grow, 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 grow together. Sing with me, grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. Yeah, we're growing. Uh-huh, we're growing. Yes, we're growing. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. Rainbow, we're growing. Oh yes, we're growing. Grow, 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 grow. And we're grateful that we can grow. Yes, we are. Oh, yes. You guys always make me happy. You can tell when I am feeling really good because I start to sing. Yes, that is how the joy rises in me, and I start singing. Yeah, and every time I could just feel it. You all send your positive, growing, happy vibes to me, and I start to want to sing. Yeah, grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's garden and home. Yeah, and so this makes it such an enjoyable time to come. And I guess that's why I don't mind doing these lives every Wednesday. I look forward to it because it just sets me in the right place. That's right, Miss Erica. Blessed and highly favored we are. Yes, we are, Monica. Blessed and highly favored. That's right, because we grow, 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 grow together. Yeah, and you know what? As we said, our garden is our therapy, but not just the garden, our therapy. Our garden community. You all are release a happy, joy, and we're talking about something that we really are passionate about, that we love, and when we're able to see each other in the chat and communicate and laugh. And, I know I'm facilitating this, but you all make me so happy. And it's just a pleasure to be together. Yeah. Amen. What did Monica say? That you all are amen and didn't. Blessed and highly favored we are. Amen. Yay, Monica. That's so true, Monica. Yes, we are blessed and highly favored. I was thinking about that. I said, instead of complaining, and I think that that is the key for today, is that not to complain, but to go ahead and do and look at our blessings that we have. And the more that I've decided that that's going to be my mantra, that every setback is an opportunity for more blessings and to be more highly favored, and that to turn negativity into positiveness and celebrate the good times, celebrate the good, even out of things that may seem bad, that we can still be thankful. Be thankful. That verse that says, "In all things, give thanks." That there is a setting forth of a positivity into the world. Thank you for saying that, Miss Catherine. Amen. Amen. Yeah, I'm glad you like that, Sonia. Because I have my other channel where I talk spirituality, but and so this one is it's but I think it's coming out. Critters make me more determined to grow. Yeah, to really push through that. And when I haven't seen. By the way, Thelma, I haven't seen my little rabbit. I haven't seen him, and I think I might have scared him off because um, I actually have pictures of him. I had my phone and I was trying to chase after him and videotape him at the same time. And he started hopping about and he looked at me like, "Who are you? You're trying to take my food away from me." And he hopped back around under the bush. I'm like, "You're heading in the wrong direction. You need to get out of my garden." And then I felt a little sorry for him. I said, "Oh my." There's so much good vegetation here because he was eating the cloves, actually eating the grass and the weeds that were in the grass. Because at that time my husband had let the grass grow out. And so he was munching. He probably said, "Wow, I found my garden heaven." I thought of Peter Rabbit. Yeah, he had a white tail too at that. I was like, "Look at him. Check him out hopping about." But anyway, I digress. Oh, great. He may have just stopped by to look at your beautiful garden. I hope so, because I haven't seen him since. So that's a good thing. But anyway, the time is going. But my lovelies, I hope that you have a really beautiful afternoon. And thank you so much for coming and joining me here at Catherine's Garden and Home. And don't forget to um, harvest your flowers. Make yourself a beautiful bouquet and enjoy them. Yeah. Go out into your garden, just gather different flowers. You could take one or two stems from different plants and create a bouquet. Yeah, because this is only two of the hydrangea, a couple of the, gotta finish watering, yeah, a couple of zinnias and the bee balm and the lily, and I was able to create a beautiful bouquet that I can share with you all. So that is it for this evening. Thank you so much for coming and joining me here at Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow, 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 grow together. And if you like this video and you have not subscribed to Catherine's Garden and Home, what is stopping you? Hit the subscribe button. Love being here each week. Stay blessed, everyone. Nighty night. Yeah. Hit the subscribe button. YouTube app. Hit the notification bell for more gardening. And share with your friends. Blessings, gardening family. Enjoy your gardens and have a great evening. Yes. And stay on the bright side of life. Yes. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you, Beverly. Thank you, Thelma. Thank you, Lisa, for coming. Oops. Here we go. Thank you, Lisa, for coming and joining us. Monica, good night, Catherine, and everyone. Yeah, a joy to be with you this evening. Be blessed all. Yes, come on. Put your greetings or set your goodbyes up, and I will read them. Come on. Don't forget to give your thumbs up and to share the channel with others. And also, let's visit one another. Good night, Brooke. Good, Brooke. I'm waiting to see your July garden. I know it's beautiful. Arika, Miss Arika, blessings. Thank you. Thank you for coming and joining us. So good to have you all. Yes, who else? Come on. Pop up in the chat so I can read your goodbyes to everybody before my battery runs out. Hurry up, hurry up. Come on, come on, come on. Yankee sister, she gives many thumbs up. Thank you, Thelma. Thank you for coming and joining us. It is so good to have you on a Wednesday night or evening. So good. Sonia. Deborah, are you still there? Beverly, bye, Beverly. G Mama, bye. Who else was with us? Soil. Uh, Miss Erica. Sonia. Yankee sister. Let's see. Anyway, Gardens are me, Beverly, and all. Did I miss anybody? I hope not. Because you know I love you all. And thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wait a moment. May the Lord watch between me and thee. Enjoy your week, everybody. And on that note, I say goodbye. Grow, 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 grow together. Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right. Grow, 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 grow together. Catherine's Garden and Home. Uh-huh. Grow, 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 grow together. Catherine's Garden and Home. Bye. Bye.